And all of a sudden he just yells out real loud so that staff can hear and everybody can hear it, nurses and stuff. Guard, guard, it's getting hard. Nurse, nurse, it's getting worse. And he just busted up laughing.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hello everybody. Somebody said they enjoyed the funny stories, so I'm going to tell another one here. This is about a young guy that came in at South Central Correctional Center. You ever meet one of those class clowns when you was in school? You know, I think every school has one. Idiot. Well, that's the way this guy was. He found everything funny, even when it was serious. Even when it happened to him, he found it funny. He'd go to the hole, he's laughing the whole way. Gets in a fight, he's laughing afterwards. He very rarely got mad. It didn't seem like he got mad too much. But anyway, there was a story that I didn't see where he got into it with some guy and they was fighting in the wing. He's laughing the whole time, running from the guy. He really wasn't afraid of the guy because he'd come towards him and jab him a couple times and then run off, and he's laughing. Guards come in and get him. Both of them, take them both to the hole. He's laughing the whole way that he's going to the hole. One time I was up at medical at an appointment, and he was sitting next to me, and he's just talking, and I'm just wanting to see the nurse and get out of there. I had things to do. He's just talking, laughing, joking, and all of a sudden he just yells out real loud so that staff can hear and everybody can hear it, nurses and stuff. Guard, guard, it's getting hard. Nurse, nurse, it's getting worse. And he just busted up laughing. And they wrote him up for creating a disturbance, took him to the hole. When they was cuffing him up, he's just laughing. He goes, man, can't you guys take a joke? He goes, I was just joking. They wasn't amused. They took him to the hole. Second story took place at medical too. We're sitting there. He's sitting, I'm sitting like a couple rows back. They had these chairs that you sit in. And I'm sitting a couple rows back. He's sitting in the very front again. And there's a CO. There's a desk and there's a CO sits behind it. You come in, you sign your name and stuff. Show them your slip that you got an appointment or whatever, you know. Or you filled out MSR, medical services request. And so that's what the CO does. And then he'll tell you when your turn's next and everything. Well, the CO had his lunch there. And he'd eaten some of it. But he had like a cheeseburger or a hamburger or something they hadn't touched yet. Well, he gets up and he goes into a back room. When he does that, this guy jumps up, runs over there, just starts eating the guy's CO's hamburger, going away on. Here they come again. CO comes in there and he's just eating. He goes, hey! He goes, that's my sandwich. He goes, well, you left it there. I thought you didn't want it, so I'm going to eat it. He goes, you're not eating it, cuff up. This one, the guy just didn't cuff up, you know, he kind of struggled. He's trying to eat the sandwich and they're trying to put it on. Sandwich is falling on the floor, pieces of it. They took him to the hole and he's laughing again. Everything that happened or he did, he found funny. So finally, I guess he mouthed off to the wrong person or said something that he wasn't supposed to say. He gets in a big fight out in the yard by two people, not one, but two. I didn't see the fight or anything. I got there towards the end of it when COs and stuff was running. It really wasn't a fight from what I heard. He got beat down, but they cuffed him up. The other two guys, they cuffed them up, led him to medical. When you're getting, anytime you get in a fight like that, they take you to medical and check you out, make sure you're all right and everything. Nothing too bad done to you. You know, if you have injuries and stuff, they'll treat them and stuff. So they took him up there, but the whole time they's taking him up there, I didn't see him laughing. Of course, it's from a little bit of a distance, but I didn't see him laughing at all. And you know, he just kind of had his head down. So he gets out of the hole, and some of us asked him about it. What was that about? And he goes, some people can't take a joke, you know, they just, he goes, man, we don't have to walk around here all in a bad mood and somber mood and stuff all the time, man. try to pass our time joking and stuff. You know, he goes, I've always been that way. He goes, in school, tells me he was a class clown. At home, everywhere. I've always been like that. I've always been trying to make people laugh and stuff. I never take things too seriously. He goes, but people in here take things too seriously. I said, well, when you eat a guard's hamburger, I can I can see him being upset. He goes, oh man, he goes, he got over it. I said, well, he took you to the hole. He goes, but I ain't talking about those people. He goes, I'm talking about people out here that just can't take a joke. Well, some people, they don't take things funny. So you've got to remember that when you go to the, if you go to prison. I hope none of you ever go to prison, but you got to remember that some people take things seriously in there. Now he's right. I never did walk around all gloomy and mad at the world and mad at everything, you know. I laughed and joked in there while I was in prison, but I wasn't like him. I wouldn't eat people's hamburgers. I wouldn't say crazy things like he did in medical to the nurses and guards. I wouldn't. There's a certain way you gotta act. Yeah, you can laugh and joke with people, but there's a certain way you gotta do it. He eventually got transferred. I don't know where he got transferred to or anything, but some of the things he said I found funny. Some of the things that I didn't find so funny, like that thing at medical with nurses and guards. He should have knew that he was going to the hole with that, but he didn't really care. I would have never said anything like that. But it was kind of, it really wasn't funny, but it kind of was in a way. The funniest one to me was him eating that hamburger. You know, that was just, I can't believe he did that. What made it funny was the guard that came back in, the CO, when he came back in and seen him eating his hamburger, and yells at him, tells him to cuff up and everything. He's still trying to eat the hamburger while the guy putting his arm behind him and sandwiches going everywhere. We was all laughing about that, but we didn't laugh too much about the nurse and the guard thing he said. We were thinking, even when they took him away, we was like, you know, what is wrong with that guy? Anyway, that's all I got for you. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.